Welcome back everybody. In today's tutorial for the 3/4 design team, we're creating a stunning layered steampunk layout using Floral Mechanica. Follow along as we combine intricate mechanical elements, vintage textures and beautiful floral details to build a dimensional mixed media design packed with steampunk charm. Whether you're a junk journal maker, scrapbooker or digital crafting enthusiast, this step-by-step project is full of creative inspiration and layering techniques you'll love. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more crafting tutorials and design inspiration. Hi everyone, it's Kathy here, and once again I am creating with 3/4 designs, and if you know me, you know I love layering and adding more. So we're going all out on this one. We're blending soft florals with gritty industrial textures to build a heavily layered steampunk layout, and I will walk you through the entire process. So let's get comfy and let's start building our layout. Now, you just saw a quick glimpse of what it's going to look like in the end, and we're just doing a quick walkthrough of the Give Me More pack because I need some of the elements in this pack to build my layout. And isn't it just gorgeous? The colors, everything, the designs. I love that floral vase there. I think I'm going to be utilizing that in this one. And look, I'm loving these cards. They are just ones you use for cut aparts, tuck-ins, put into, pocket folders, into your journals. You can use them for everything. And look at the colors. They're so rich and vibrant. That's the best thing about 3/4 designs. Just love the detail and the quality that you're going to get. These Give Me More packs are just really, really special. You get your vellum sheet, you get your stickers, and you get all these cards in which, like I will use some of the cards in projects, but generally I'll use them for backing and matching photos. But today, as I said, I am going to use this one here with that floral on it. I'm going to trim that down to half, and then I will fussy cut that floral out because we'll need that floral bucket for the layout. Now, there's so much to choose from and so many things to use. The envelope print designs are beautiful. They're double-sided when you cut around them, and you can use them either side, but I'm just going to use one for my photo matting. So I'm just going to leave that to the side, and I'll put the rest away for later use. These are the Give Me More pack, people. You really want to check those out, especially if you are a junk journaler or you are a Project Life scrapbooker. All right, so there's also a vellum sheet that is available, and I'm going to utilize the butterflies. I love that clock, but that floral there definitely is going to make an appearance on the layout, and I will fussy cut that out and include it on the project. So let's get started with this design and pull in the papers we're going to use. All right. So all the bits and pieces go together, and you can see I've fussy cut out a whole lot of the florals from the original pack. If you want to see the full pack in detail, I'll put the link down below to my previous video where I did the full walkthrough. So I like this page here, and I do like the design on the bottom. Isn't it gorgeous? So we're going to just add a little bit more zhuzhing to it, and I'm going to use a text script stamp and just add some stamping to the background. So I do like the blue, don't get me wrong, and I do like the design, but I just want a little bit more grunge added to it. So I'm going to put the script in. I'm going to use first and second generation throughout the stamping, and that's just to give that bit more, like I said, a grungy feel, a bit more steampunky feel to it. And I just want a little bit more detail as to where all the elements are going to sit, and that will peek through the design. If you don't have a script stamp, you could use any stamp that you had, any for the backgrounds. What I'm going to do here is I am going to utilize the reverse brown. As I said, I like the front design, but it's not one I'm going to use. So I'm going to tear a piece out because I'm going to use that there to build up a strip. And then I am going to trim it down even further to build more detail and more interest. Now, you know me, I love layers. I can't have it just a single flat back. So what I'm doing now is I'm fussy cutting around the design here in the left-hand side of the page, and I am going to weave that paper in and around the design that is printed there. So I took that little bit edge out there because it was a lot easier than trying to play with it. a little bit more, and I'm just going to stick these ones down here. So I'm putting that slightly over to the right, and then I'm going to put this full one down the length here to be the whole left-hand side of the layout. Now, guys, I do apologize. This video may be a bit glitchy, and it may also have bits repeated through it. I'm trying really hard. I lost my computer today. It died, so I had to go and get a new computer, and this is really upsetting me because my normal program that I use to create all my videos, I can no longer ever use again, and I'm so upset. So I'm teaching myself to use a new video program at the same time as creating this video. So I apologize if it's not smooth. So you can see that great little tag that was also part of the cutter parts is going to sit over there to the left hand side as a cluster. And then I have this photo here, which I am going to utilize the florals on this card, like I said, and that's going to tuck in on the photo. This was taken down at the Wildlife Sanctuary this this beginning of winter, and we were there for the night exhibition, The Glow, and look at it, isn't it funny? I was, just hanging around with my friends and the umbrellas in that lovely smoky environment, and I just thought it was perfect for this steampunky feel. So I am just tearing out the layering that I'm going to put in behind my photo. I want the mat to be not perfect. I like the fact that it's going to be torn. That's another texture to it. I'm tucking that card, so I cut around the floral basket, and it's going to sit on the edge here. I'm trimming down that other card that I pulled from that Gimme More pack as my matting. And so now I'm going to end up with a very layered look underneath my photo, and that just builds to the depth of the layout. So a good way is to always cut around the elements and tuck the photos in and under, and that allows for a development of a cluster without too much pressure or too much stress on yourself, because it's all there for you. Now, isn't that gorgeous, that frame? And that's why I wanted to add in the script on the background as well, because there is that piece that I'm going to utilize there, plus you see it up in the tag with the bee with the script, so it all sort of ties in and brings the whole layout together. I love that frame that I cut out from a one of the cutter parts, and then I'm adding that extra bit of script in underneath, so you can see already without too much drama, I have ended up with some great detail there. I just want this to, just to add more tucking in on the layout so that the whole thing fits together like it's all meant to be one piece. And I have added in some, what do you call it? Some extra cutting, some extra layering. And so I'm tucking in more of my photos and my layered pieces in behind the elements. I actually filmed this video in the full original script about 6 weeks ago, so I'm remembering it as we're going, guys. So I'm really sorry that I'm really glitchy tonight, and as I said, I'm really trying to learn this new program, and I'm not having much success, and I'm a bit disappointed in it at the moment. So I no doubt will be trialing multiple programs until I find the one that I'm very comfortable with. Because like I said, I got very spoiled. I was very used to Movie Maker, and I'm disappointed that Windows 11 doesn't support it. So now I'm just tucking in all of these pieces that I have fussy cut and cut around. I split that frame to build it and allow for more clustering to happen with an anchor point. When you're layering up, when I layer up, I just add bits until I'm happy with the depth of it. So don't be afraid to play and, just build continuously until you're happy. I cut out all these florals, so I'm halving them so that they can tuck in at different points and build depth and interest to the layout. I love the florals that you can just build on. And so I have a friend who looks at these papers and she goes, well, I just think they're already done. I'll just put a photo on it. Yeah, you can. That's great. if you want to do that, that's perfect to do as well. But by adding on all these little extra bits and pieces, it just keeps building that layout. And because they overlap and they touch, it makes it a continuous design. And that's why I like the 3/4 designs, because you can do so much with them. So I am fussy cutting out the transparency here, as you can see, and that's the beauty of a transparency. You see through it. So when it goes onto the layout, whatever's underneath is the colors that's going to show through, and that's always something really special to see when you build it, and it looks like it's another texture and another depth to the layout. So I, as I said, am using these butterflies because, you know, why not? It's a floral thing. You have butterflies in the gardens. And so I'm doing 3 of them because, you know, I like my odds, the sets of 3, and they are pretty easy to add on. Now, how you add a, what do you call it, a transparency to your layout depends on what you're going to be doing. So in the case of this one here, you will see how I add them in a moment. I sometimes run them through my sticker maker, the Xyron sticker maker, because that gives a clear adhesive all the way across it, and it just fits in perfectly and doesn't leave anything behind it. I do tuck it in underneath, like you can see I can have tucked it in under that floral cluster with the bee at the top. I'm going to have those butterflies sitting at the 3 points. I'm playing around with it until I find where it's going to sit. Not 100% happy with that yet. So as you can see, whenever I'm tapping my fingers, I'm thinking where best. And here I have done exactly as I said. I was putting it through the sticker maker. The floral's a bit bigger than that, so I won't put that one through the sticker maker. Oh, I'm so sorry that you get to see my head. Oh dear, that's terrible. Glitch, glitch, glitch. As I said, that normally would not even be in my layout video before, because I would have edited that out. But as I said, I'm learning to use this one, and it is not my very best video ever. But, you know, you get to see how it works in behind the process. So there you go. There's another way of adhering that transparency. I have put the Nouveau glue on the dark points of the transparency, so when it dries you won't see it, and by building up the florals over the top of it, it's becoming a natural part of the layout instead of being an add-on. I'm just gluing down where I fussy cut around that steam pipe, and that's sitting on the photo now and the cluster, so that the layering of the photo mat just blends perfectly in without too much effort. And look at that, it's just all coming together naturally. A little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue there, make sure that it stays. It's not gluing very easily for me, so I am going to add a little bit of weight just to hold it there for a few seconds so that it does sit. I'm using chippy strips here to mat it and give it some dimension. They are great because they're only the width of a chipboard piece, so they don't add too much bulk but do give you that depth that you're looking for in a layout. Now, I am having really big troubles with my computer at the moment. It is new, so it's updating in the background when I have not asked it to. So it's dropping in and out. So I really do apologize, everybody. So if my, you know, I seem a bit disjointed at times. All right, now that I'm using my butterfly, it's just going to sit there on the layout. Isn't it cute? I love those transparencies. You know, I really do like transparencies, but I don't use them enough. I need to get some more. So I'm tucking in some leaves here to add up the foliage, build up those clusters. Just building them a little bit at a time, and it does matter, you know, like it is a process. It's not something that just happens really quickly, and that's why I wanted to show you the gluing down this time for this one, how I build up each piece by looking at it and building a little bit at a time, one bit systematically, and that allows me to get that balance right across the layout, adding a little bit at a time until you are happy. Remember, it's your layout and you want to do what's best for you. Now I'm just going to tuck some more foliage in because that always builds out your clustering, and there you go, it's all seated nicely together. All of it joins up. If you watch it, it's a continuous flow. There you go, another glitch in my layout video. Sorry guys, it is a new system I am trying, and I not doing too good. I admit it's going to take a little bit of practice to get it all back to scratch, but we'll get there eventually in the end. So I'm using some dilution spray here, and it is in the black. It is a great one to add. Not great at adding splatters at the best of times, and I'm having a really hard time here with this black. I don't know what it is that I do wrong, but my friend just gets it all right all the time, and it's practice makes perfect, as they say. So just keep doing it, guys. Keep having a go. There's no right ways or wrong ways. It's all your way. So there you go. That's how I've added that little bit of extra in. And now I'm going to add in the Nuvo drops to set up that visual triangle. And that's always a great way to finish off your layouts, but it also allows your eye to roam around nice and easily on the layout, especially when it is busy and it's full. Like I like the visual triangle. There are other people that don't use it, but for me it's a design element that goes way back to the beginning of scrapbooking and is very, very important in getting that balance correct. So there's my layout today for you, everybody. I hope I've done something that you like. Remember, I will have down below the link to the previous video so you can see the full collection. This is Floral Mechanica from 3/4 Designs. It really is a great range of papers, and look how beautiful that looks. It looks so balanced with all of the bits and pieces. There's lots of layers in it, and there's a lot of depth to it. So when you look at these papers, don't think that you can't do anything else for it, because you can. So that's it, everybody. Up close and personal, what do you think? Look at that beautiful transparency there. You can see the lifts and the tucks and the actual layering happening in real life. So here are some close-ups of it. Don't forget, boys and girls and everybody that's watching, I love it when you leave me a comment down below. I'll always get back to you. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy days to watch. It really is important to me. And don't forget, check out 3/4 Designs. You don't want to miss out on this paper range. It is just stunning. I appreciate you coming back. Remember, don't forget to like it with a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave me a comment, because I will get back to you. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Here's my next video for you.